Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on seconds, minutes and hours. In this video we will take a closer look at the units of time on a clock or watch. We will also look at the most appropriate units that are used to measure different activities. We must know that 60 seconds equals 1 minute and 60 minutes equal 1 hour. Some common sayings. There are many common time sayings that are used in everyday life, and the following are just a few examples. We might say, I'll be there in a minute, wait a minute, just a second, in a moment, just a sec, etc. The units of time used in the above sayings are not meant to be taken literally. They give us an indication that it won't be too long before something happens. Activities measured in seconds. Now here are two very simple activities, and there are hundreds of others. Blowing out birthday candles, you can measure that in seconds, doesn't take too long. When two people shake hands, that doesn't take too long, and you can measure that in seconds. Activities measured in minutes. Having a cup of tea, it might take 5 to 10 minutes. Having a shower, well, that could take any number of minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that depends on the person. Activities measured in hours. Sleeping, you might sleep 6, 8, 10 hours a night. That depends on the person, depends on when you go to bed and when you get up. The length of a swimming carnival. It could be all day, or when I say all day, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. Could be in the evening, 4 hours, 5 hours or 6 hours. Now here are some very simple questions, and we'll see how long it takes or what's the best unit to use in measuring the length of time it takes to do each activity. So for each of the following activities, write down whether the duration would be seconds, minutes, or hours. Having a snack. Now having a snack means you have a brief meal, so it doesn't take that long. So I think the most appropriate time, and I think you would agree, would be minutes. We'll just use the letters. Drinking coffee. So if you sit down to have a cup of coffee by yourself or with friends, it might take 10 minutes to do that, so minutes would be quite appropriate there. Running a marathon. Well, depending on what type of runner you are, you're definitely going to take over 2 hours. Could be 3 hours or 4 hours. So hours would be appropriate there. Counting to 10. Now it's not going to take you long to count to 10 when you start at 1, so it will probably take you a number of seconds to count to 10. Going for a short walk could be 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So the minutes would be a good way to measure that. Writing your name, that doesn't take too long, does it? Might take you 5 seconds, even 10. Turning the tap off. That definitely doesn't take too long. You will do that in seconds. So this video has just looked at the units of time, mainly relating to seconds, minutes and hours, and we've seen some basic activities, some popular activities, and the length of time it might take to do each of those activities.